So if you had total control over your wrestling character and total control over what a company could do with you, what direction would you sway it in for your character? Would you do something totally different? Would you take the Asian character and innovate that in a certain way? What would you do with your personality inside the ring?
Do you know what? I would do exactly – that's funny you asked that because those three characters that I was part of, it's funny, I had a lot to do with it. Originally, those three characters wasn't supposed to be those three characters that I got placed in. I kind of tweaked it and manipulated it. Like, originally I was supposed to be a heel, Dragonfly, and at that moment I didn't want to be that character. So I proposed to David McLean and Steve, the writer, that, I want to be a good guy. I want to be a tag team. I really enjoy being a tag team. I really like the energy and, something, 2, 3 is better than 1, supposedly. But I like all the three characters I played. They're all pretty different. One stereotypical, the other is, I played a heel and a face, so ideally, to merge all those three characters, one character was like a spin-off of Charlie's Angels, three girls with, Jimmy Hart's with three girls, but bad girls. The other character is Lotus, like that spiritual flower, delicate flower. The other character is, Chica and Tsunami, the spin-off of the Fast and the Furious, Swift and the Furious. So I had fun with all three roles, and I'm glad I got to experience the diversity of all three roles, and they implemented a lot of my ideas. So I guess I really can't complain.
So since you had a huge role in the development of all three characters, do you have a favorite of the three, or do you treat all three with equal kind of love?
I like them all three differently. Obviously, I enjoyed being Lotus, but I was the most furious being Lotus. Tsunami role was very fun because remember, that was the time when Fast and the Furious was really big, Fast and the Furious 1 and 2 and whatnot. So we played spin-off characters with that. It was fun playing a heel. You get to just mess around and goof off, and it's fun. The third character was also fun too. I mean, that's the main characters. Jimmy Hart's Angels. Hello. Spin-off of Charlie's Angels. That was fun, the different dynamics with the other two gals. I really can't pick a favorite because none of those three characters actually developed into something long-lasting. Those three shows got, the series or the production didn't really last long for the characters themselves to develop.
So if you were to sum up your experience with professional wrestling in just one word, what would that one word be?
Wow. Wow. I'm so happy I got to experience those. I mean, it's hard just to get in, okay, and to be on TV. But I got to experience 3 times with 3 distinctively different, federation and character. And it was all tag team, too. I love playing off other people. And I got to be tag team on 3 of them. All I can say is wow, and I'm so happy I was part of the making of and the history of those 3 federations. Just wow.
So wrapping up with my last few questions, everyone in the industry and people who aren't in the industry, like fans, know where the women's wrestling industry is. As far as big companies like the WWE and the indie scene, as you explained, Wreslicious and all of that, where does it need to go to be the gold standard in professional wrestling?
That's a tough question. Where does it need to go? Wherever it needs to go, it's going. Because back then it was all men. Okay, and then, Glow came in and POW came in and, females got in and, WWF, one of the largest federation noticed that and they implemented both. I mean, there's now female wrestlers wrestling men too. On top of that, so where should it go? It's going where it should be. Let's see where it ends up.
So finally, how can fans stay in contact with you? Because I know through reading a lot of the forums, a lot of people are wondering what you're up to, not just with wrestling, but with, you know, your career in general. So is there any way fans can keep up to date with all your projects?
Absolutely. There was a point in my life, in my 20s, I did the whole acting and modeling thing, and I kind of got, like, you know, burnt out of Hollywood, and I moved away to Orange County, and I live a normal life. You know, I'm a professional now, not a wrestler, but a professional. So I have the, you know, office job, and I'm a professional right now. So I'm happy here, but I still get opportunities here and there. I do, like, game shows and reality shows, fun stuff here and there, and make little appearances. I still have fun with them. I'm in my 30s now. So obviously, you know, I'm kind of done with the entertainment industry, but always open to new opportunities. I've been a hermit for the past few years during my transition, and now, you know, I guess things are, you know, with Facebook, you know, you contacted me on Facebook. I just recently got on Facebook a couple months ago only because I lost 10 years of history on my PC, all my pictures, 10 years, everything I lost. So I went on there just so I could, like, add my friends and maybe, you know, tag myself on what little photos they have of me, searching myself, Googling myself, trying to get any pictures I can possibly get to, you know, make up for the 10 years of lost pictures. But the best way to contact me is I thought you were going to make me a Facebook.
Yeah, I'll get on that as soon as possible, and I'm happy to accommodate that. And I'll keep fans updated. Well, I would like to thank Jean for this interview. It was a pleasure, and I really hope that you follow whatever you're passionate about, whether that be wrestling or the entertainment industry or, you know, maybe starting a family. I don't know. But I really enjoyed this interview, so thank you again for your time.
Thank you so much. This was so much fun. Thank you. I truly appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Well, I'd like to thank everyone else who tuned in for this interview via blogtalkradio.com. Be sure to visit www.wrestling-divas.webs.com, and that's divas with a Z at the end. I will add Miss Kim to my website to kind of go over her career more in depth, so be sure to look for that. And follow me on Twitter, or the Wrestling Divas website, on Twitter at Wrestling Divas, again with the Z at the end. Thank you very much, everyone, and be sure to check the website out for more details and content.
Thank you so much.